everyone, and welcome back to my channel. It's simply Jessica here today with a beautiful spring DIY. So what we're going to be making, you can hang on the wall, you can hang on the door, wherever you want to hang it, you're going to be able to hang it, okay? So it's going to be easy peasy lemon squeezy because that is how I do it. You don't need a lot of things either. Excuse me. But I did get this 14-inch bicycle wheel. This is all from the Dollar Tree. So you're gonna need a 14-inch bicycle wheel, some jute string. I just have this little wooden pallet, this little wooden word that says home, and I'll be digging through my spring flowers over there because we're gonna need some of those as well. So starting off, we're just going to remove that. And what we are going to do, that's loud, I apologize. How do I want this? Probably this way. So we're gonna take our jute cord. We're gonna add a little bit of hot glue here at one end. And we're gonna stick that on here, just so it has a little bit of hold. And then we're going to wrap. This, yes, will be the longest part of it. And it's just the wrapping that takes a little bit of time. It won't take forever, but it will take a little bit of time because we're going to wrap the entire outside of this wheel. Okay, so you can easily just cut yourself a piece if you want and start wrapping. I know it gets a little much because it just takes a minute, but we're just gonna wrap around, and that's all we're gonna do for step number one here. Super easy though. And we're just gonna wrap. Like I said, it's gonna take a few minutes, but it will be worth it, I promise you. And we're just gonna keep on wrapping. And then when you get to the end of your rope here, the end of your rope, you're just gonna use a little bit more hot glue to hold that in place, and then just a little bit more hot glue to start your next wrapping part. I kind of want to just make sure we go over and then just keep on going. See, it's not going to take forever. It's just going to take a little bit of time here. Just push it together there so you have a nice coverage. And we're just going to keep on spinning here, around and around and around we go. So like I said, it's going to take a few minutes, but it will be completely worth it, I promise. And that's it. So that is step number one. I am not going to bore you and have you watch me wrap this entire wheel because that would be weird. So I am just going to pause you. See, I'm already that far. You know, that was nothing. So I'm just going to pause you. I'm going to continue wrapping this, and I will be back once I am done wrapping this wheel. Okay, so our little wagon wheel here is now completely wrapped with our jute cord around the entire side. So, like I said, the longest part of it, it probably took, I don't know, 10 minutes. You know, not too bad, right? Excuse me. So, I just wanted to give it like kind of like a farmhousey type of look. So, with that being said, with this palette, we are not going to paint this palette because I want to keep it with like the farmhouse country natural wood looking type of feel. Okay, so we're not going to do anything with this, but we are going to take our wooden word home here, and we're going to paint this. So excuse me, just a little bit of white paint. Any white paint, I didn't need that much, will completely do. And we're just gonna paint the outside of this, give it a little white color that I feel like it will stand out pretty nice against the black frame of the wagon wheel. You can get in there. So we're just gonna paint this Very easy, right? Just the way I like it. And that's all we're gonna do with this word, is we're going to paint it. You can get all around the outside, which might actually be kind of a good idea, just because if you see it from another angle, it may look silly with it being darker. I honestly think we are only going over this once. I don't think we're gonna need to go over it again. Not sure on the outside of the word, so we'll have to see how that goes, if it'll cover super nice or not. But I think as far as the light wood part of it, we're only gonna have to do one coat. I'm using a matte paint, a matte finish. You could use glossy if you would like, completely up to you. So we're just gonna get all on the outside and everything. Just make this one nice white painted word. Not a lot of trouble. And that's it. So we're just gonna paint this up. Get it nice and covered. I just have like a little paintbrush here so we can get in all the little crevices. Now, looking at it, like I said, the outside of the wood is a little bit darker, so we may have to go over it a couple of times, probably 2, because the front definitely covers, obviously, so much better than the dark wood. Or you can leave it that way where you can kind of see it. Let's see, can we see that? Where you can kind of see it a little bit, maybe give it that little like rustic look. So that is completely up to you. You also can paint this any color that you want. I'm just going with white, but of course, DIY, do it your own way. Do it your own way, however makes you happy. I'm just going with white. I want to keep this light and fresh, very spring, like a very springy, light colored piece here. And like I said, because it's a nice size here, you can hang this indoors. You can hang this on your doors. I mean, wherever you want to hang it, completely, again, up to you. But that is all I'm going to do. I'm just going to finish painting this guy up. I'm going to judge it when I'm done on how I feel about the darker wood. If we're going to leave it where it does show through, excuse me, a little bit to give it more of like a rustic feel, or if we're just going to paint it again and make it completely white. Let's see. Once we're done, then we can decide. I can decide for myself and you can decide for yourself. But all right, I am just going to pause you and I'm going to finish painting this and we will see. Okay, so I decided to just go with the one coat. I don't know if you can really catch this on, see how it's like kind of, there you go. So it's kind of like roughed up looking. That's kind of like what makes me feel like it kind of gives it more of like a rustic farmhouse type of feel. I need to take a drink. Give me 1 second. So, we decide what we want our top and bottom to be. And then we are going to take our palette and we're going to get this on here. I think probably not that far in. I would have to say right about here, however you want to do it. But like right about there. We're just gonna add some hot glue for now. I think I'm probably gonna have to use more of like a super glue as well. But for the video purposes, I'm gonna use hot glue. But super glue may be the way to kind of go. But you're just going to add where it's touching. So we got some hot glue here, and I'm gonna start with it on the, you know what I'm trying to say? The jute string, because it's gonna hold a little bit better there. And then I'm gonna add some up here where it's touching. like so. Hold on here. Might have to just straighten that out a little bit. Thinking about hanging it, it would have to go like right there. Okay. And then we're just gonna take our word hello here. Now we could go sideways with it if you would like. We can go straight across, which I think I'm just gonna go straight across. I don't know, I kind of like it. No, we're gonna go straight across. And we're just gonna glue that on. It does hang over a little bit on the sides, which is perfectly fine. And that again is just some hot glue. We're gonna get that hot glue on here. Without burning yourself like I just did. Flip that over. And I'm just gonna kind of line it up here with this bottom little rung. And that's gonna go on there like that. You may have some hot glue you need to pick off of there, but that's okay. And this is what you're gonna have so far. Like I said, this is going to be super simple, but I really feel like it's going to be super gorgeous. And this is where you're gonna pick your flowers. You pick your flowers, the colors you wanna use. I think I'm going with these. So we have like a little light pink and white. We have a peach one in here. These are a little peachy as well. And then we have like these cream colored ones right here. And this is where we're just gonna add some flowers here. And they're gonna go right around the top of this word. I don't know if we want, yeah, we'll probably use the leaves. So let me just cut one off here and get us started. I need to get my wire cutters out. Okay, you're just gonna take some hot glue and you're gonna go on here and you're gonna go maybe even to the bottom and they're gonna sit behind here. And you're just gonna hot glue that on there. Oops, there we go. So you have some really pretty flowers here at the top. You can kind of go off to the side here if you would like to. It's just a matter of where you want them to be, okay? So, I have to turn it to face me, I'm sorry. Let me move you like that. So you're just gonna get your hot glue gun and you're gonna add some glue to this. We're gonna figure out where we want it and we're gonna go in. And I am gonna start off to the side. And I'm actually gonna add just a little bit here on this side, just to really hold that flower, this one in place. Just like so. And then you'll just figure out what flowers you want on there, how you want them, and we're just going to hot glue our little tushies off. I have other flowers up there, maybe I'll add to them as well. Because I feel like I want a bunch, but I don't want to overdo it as well. So, you know, I don't want to overdo it. I don't want to underdo it. But like we said, sometimes less is more. And I'm just gonna I'll probably sit here and just do this part first and kind of figure out where I want them before I glue everything into place here. And sometimes that's the best bet, because when sometimes you start gluing and you get everything on there and you're like, I kind of wish that one was over there, and then you gotta take it apart and redo it. So I am just gonna start placing and seeing how I like them and where I want them to go. So again, this is completely up to you in your style and taste. You could use any color flowers that you want. You can use any style flowers that you want. You can arrange them any way that you want, and so on and so forth. So I am just going to, and I know they're falling because I didn't glue them into place, so I am just going to get some on here, fill in just this top part, maybe a little bit to the side there, and I'll glue it all into place and I'll be right back. Okay guys, so there it is. Now, Again, didn't take much time at all. The simplicity of this is what really, really, really makes me love it. My hook fell down, so I'm like praying here that it sticks on that little sticky part there just so I could show you. But now, if these little pieces from the jute cord bother you, you can cut those off. To me, I like to leave it that way, just a little bit more natural. Again, excuse me, whatever colors you want to do this in, perfectly fine. You can change the word home. It might look a little crooked because the way I have it stuck on the wall there. The colors, completely up to you. Flowers, completely up to you. But this to me was just a very simple, beautiful spring little hanging piece. So again, you can hang it inside the home. You can hang it on your door. I think that it actually came out very beautiful. Took no time at all. It is so easy and it's so beautiful and it's so affordable. And I love everything about it. And I hope you guys do too. So until next time, bye now.